Hi, it's Chris from Implied Music. What do Olivia Rodrigo of driver's license fame and Richard Wagner, the great operatic composer, have in common? Pedal tones, the use of a single note as chords change underneath or above to create tension and excitement. It's a great epic sound, it's a great pop sound. Let's take a look at it. So, cue logo. Okay, so here we are. In a driver's license, the car door noise gives way to a B flat up at the top. So you get this effect. The chords underneath it are first a B flat chord, and then G minor, and then E flat major. I guess it goes back to a B flat. Well, you can see the single tone. My teacher used to call it a perseverating tone, persevere, right? Up at the top. In classical theory, we would call this an inverted pedal tone. Well, it's equally possible to have pedal tones underneath the chord progression. Here's a low C while chords change above it. All right, so my C, I'm just going to rock it. This pedal tone technique is useful for smoothing chord transitions between distantly related or even unrelated chords. So let's look at an example of doing that. The chord C major has a G up on the top. Well, there's so many chords that have G's in them, that pedal tone can be used to smooth the transition between two. Take, for instance, a C major chord going to an E flat major chord. Here we go. Let's go C major, E minor, E flat major, back to C. Interesting effect. So pedal tones at the bottom can do something similar, although they're a little bit harder to manage. Remember the C at the bottom? So here's a C minor 7 chord. Here's a D7 chord. Here's a D flat major 7 chord. And here's back to the C minor. A flat major. A minor. Pedal tones can be pivot notes as you move from one chord to another. One of my favorite tricks in epic orchestral sounds is to have the third of a chord become the minor third of a completely different chord. As an example, let's take, for instance, a C major chord, which has its third an E, turning into C sharp minor. Oh, that's spooky and beautiful. Oh, it's lovely. And E major, C major, C sharp minor, A minor, A flat major, nah, it's not in there. There's so many possibilities with this. The pedal tone is a old-fashioned tool, and it comes from using organ keyboards for your hands and also for your feet. A long sustain tone is best handled with your feet, apparently. You can have lower pedal tones. If you think of your music in layers, you can have higher pedal tones above the chord progression. They're called inverted in classical theory. And if you think of your music in layers, each layer could have a version of something like that. You could have a pedal tone that's in the center. There's a famous Chopin piece, sometimes called the Raindrop Etude, that uses that technique. I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe to this channel, please. Comments, turns out, are great for the life and health of any video. And I'm eager to hear things that are interesting for you. What's up for you musically right now? What can I do to help? Thanks.